Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. How are you? My name is Abdul Khalik. Wisdom and maturity. These are the two things which are maybe the same, but our life become really good and considerably easy if at all we are seen showing, exhibiting, practicing, employing wisdom and maturity during different sort of works, not only we ourselves, even our family members, the people we are working with, all of those benefit from it. Wisdom and maturity matters a lot. It does create reasonably good difference. Now, as for this wisdom and maturity is concerned, it has not much to do with the resources, not much to do with your influence. I don't deny the importance of that at all. But the wisdom and the maturity, it matters a lot in itself, hence cannot be ignored, should be our target, should be our aim as well. Dear friends, today we are going to talk about not the way to achieve it, rather what are the signs of its absence. If we come across somebody who is doing these certain things, who shows eight of these, some of these eight, then they lack the wisdom and maturity at all. If somebody is showing any of these eight signs, it means that they are lacking the wisdom, they are lacking the maturity. Now, let's look upon those eight things. First of all, difficulty regulating your emotions. If a person is unable to manage their own emotions, unable to, because some of the emotions are negative, like jealousy, anger, fear, and many, some, and few others as well. If at all somebody is unable to manage or regulate their emotions, they lack the wisdom, they lack the maturity. Even the positive emotions, the excitement must be controlled and managed, must be given an outlet, but after a bit of control, after exercising some control upon it as well. If we are very excited and we are unable to control the excitement, and it might result something very bad, like if at all we are driving or anything else like that, we may have to repent and regret later on. So uh, an inability to, difficulty regulating emotions mean lacking maturity and lacking wisdom. Number two, it is blaming others for their own mistakes. If at all a person is blaming other people for their own mistake, for her own mistake, for his own mistake, it means that they people too are lacking the wisdom and lacking the maturity as well. Now, the third is engaging in gossip and rumor spreading. Engaging in gossip and rumor spreading. Spreading the rumor, the unconfirmed reports, I think it is not fair and good at all. And as for the gossip is concerned, Gossip mean that casual or unconstrained conversation or report about the people involving details which have not been confirmed as true. So gossip and rumor spreading, it also shows lacking wisdom and maturity. And the fourth is a lack of respect for rules, not respecting and caring the rules. The rules should be taken care of. I think it is important, and we must be taking care of the rules. And if we don't, somebody don't take care of the rules, it means nothing that they, but that they lack the wisdom, that they lack the maturity. And the fifth is an inability to consider different viewpoints, an inability to consider, to take care of, to consider, to think upon, to view the different points of view. And a person is simply focused upon one of these, not willing to have a look upon any other point of view. It also shows that the person is lacking the wisdom, the person is lacking the maturity. And the sixth is using using res, using resistant to change, being resistant to change. I think we shouldn't be resisting the change at all. The reason that the only thing permanent here in this world, that is change. Nothing is permanent, nothing is forever. So keeping in view all that, I believe that we need to take care of, we need to take care of the change. And let's be receptive, let's be receptive toward the change. Let's stop ignoring, let's be receptive to change. And it is really really good. And still, the seventh is regularly falling prey to peer pressure. Regularly falling prey to peer pressure mean doing whatever the people are expecting of you, and not taking care of what your own personal viewpoint on the subject is. You are unable to develop your own point of view, you are unable to develop your own vision and your own unique needs. If at all this is the case, it means nothing but that a person is lacking the wisdom and the maturity. We shouldn't be falling to the peer pressure, at least on a regular basis. If it does happen rarely, even then we need to think. But if it is happening regularly, I think it should not be tolerated. And it does mean only that the person is lacking the wisdom and the maturity. Have the eighth and the last is having having highly unrealistic expectations. Having highly unrealistic expectations. If at all we are unrealistic in our expectations, it means that we are not going to achieve at all. We are not going to achieve those things at all. We will be rather frustrated and disappointed that I was expecting something which was absolutely different, but what I am going to have is totally different. We shouldn't be having highly unrealistic expectations at all, because it also mean lacking of maturity, lacking of the wisdom. So these are the eight things I think we need to keep in mind. If at all somebody is having any of these eight things, it means nothing but lacking the maturity and the wisdom. And if at all we are having some of these, I think there is a dire need to remove all that, and so that we could become a mature and a wise person.